Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm just getting my headphones. I've stopped being existential crisis Cinderella, hopefully. So let's get back onto this game, Detroit Become Human. You're all worried about the AI. I'm worried about the humans, quite frankly. Right, let's get into it. Continue. So who are we with now? Oh, this looks like Marcus. Sweetie. And I think my video is glitching. No, there we go. We're good. Ooh, bus vibration feelings. There we go. So, looks like Marcus is a service robot in a much nicer neighborhood than Kara. He's been out to buy paints. Yeah, welcome home. This is where Marcus lives. He's a fancy android, and again, like I guess different makes and models are gonna have a different experience. You know, the cheaper models are gonna be in the cheaper areas. The top of the range models are gonna be look at the lighting, guys. Game lighting goals, like that is kind of beautiful, and what a beautiful man as well. Like, look at this android, like the androids as well. Like, what did the androids do for people's like self-worth? Because the androids are beautiful, like physically they're very fit and healthy, they're very attractive. I think, you know, a lot of them, like, what does that do for like the humans, you know, who are, you know, imagine you're a wife, right? And your husband has bought you a maid. You know, here's a cleaning robot. She's going to clean the house. She's going to look after the kids. She's going to cook. You know, I want you to be treated like a princess. You put your feet up. You do what you want to do. The android's got all the housework, right? And like, you know, over time, you start to age and the android stays beautiful and fit and perky. And you start to sag, and your husband stops looking at you and starts looking at the android. There's a lot of, do you know what? I feel insecure playing as these androids in the game. I'm like, this android is better than me. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. So we can deposit the package. Deposit the package, Marcus. Sorry, I am sexualizing the androids and I shouldn't do that. That's inappropriate. Foreshadowing. Okay, so here we go. We've done that. What else have we got? Something over here. Are they burbs? Do we have some burbs? Carl! We love Carl! Carl hype! Yay! Carl is... Oh, look at these little... It's got little robot birds. They've got the little thing on their heads. In a gilded cage. See what I mean? They've thought of everything. The birds singing in the gilded cage. Very, very metaphorical. They can't, even if they want to, even if they have sentience, they can't do anything differently. Just like how Kara can't leave that house. That chandelier is creepy. Like, Carl's house is incredible. If someone was like, hey, you know, Carl's giving away his house for free, do you want to come and live in it? I would be like, yes, please. But I would get rid of those creepy lampshades. I see boobies. Do you see boobies? I see boobies. It's like being in the museum, isn't it? Like he's got a giraffe as well. Can I show you the giraffe? Look at the giraffe. He's got like a full-size giraffe. He's got a spiral staircase. Detroit Become Human is doing what The Sims could not. Look at the ceiling. This guy. We stand Carl. Carl's amazing. Yeah, not all rich people in this game are bad. Actually, we haven't met any bad rich people yet. Oh. Apart from like the president of Cyberlife ruining it for the little guy.
It's 10 a.m. The weather is partly cloudy, 54 degrees, 80% humidity with a strong possibility of afternoon showers.
It sounds like a good day to spend in bed.
I did go to pick up the paint that you ordered.
Oh, yes, I've forgotten.
Like, absolutely, we stand.
That is the difference between you and me, right, Marcus? You never forget anything.
Right. This is how I know I'm not an android. Either that or I've got a broken memory system because I forget everything. Yeah, so he's like a medic, like a nurse
Show me your
robot.
arm, please, Carl.
No.
Carl. Thank you.
I just opened my eyes and I'm already gritting my teeth. Humans are such a fragile machine. They break down so quickly. All this effort to keep them going. Hey,
Love him.
what happened to your clothes?
Oh, it's nothing. Just some demonstrators in the street, Carl.
What a bunch of idiots. They think they can stop progress by roughing up a few androids. I hope they didn't harm you.
Oh, no, no. They just pushed me around, Carl.
Yeah, that's
I'm fine.
genuine. Genuine concern. He sees him as a person.
I'll take you to the bathroom now.
And again, completely dependent on him. Really, truly appreciates him. Realizes how lucky he is to have him. You know, realizes left button. That was tricky. Again, I'm not the quick time queen. I'm scared of dropping him. My eldest, when she was playing this scene, was like, can I drop him? she didn't want to, but she was like, but can I though? Look at his cool house. He's so cool. So clearly an artist, right? Left button. Is that the left button? Here we go. Don't knock his head. You know, and there's a question there as well about dignity. Obviously, he's helped him with the bathroom there. And that's difficult. That is a difficult thing to do. My mum was a nurse for a while.
Anything special on the agenda today?
Yes, there's the opening of your retrospective at the Museum of Modern Art. The gallery director left 4 messages asking to confirm your attendance.
I haven't decided yet. We'll see about that later.
Should we pull
Okay,
some
what else?
wheelies?
Just your usual fan mail. I've already answered.
I'm male. Well-respected
Any
artist,
news
right?
from Leo?
No, Carl.
Sorry.
I can call him if you like.
No. No, don't bother.
So Leo, he's like, don't bother calling him. Okay. So yeah, the question of dignity, because I know my mum found it, not that she found it difficult, but she found it difficult to see. She recently lost her own dad, my granddad, and she found it difficult to see older people in distress and older people in, you know, vulnerable
Marcus,
positions.
I'm waiting.
Which I think
Sorry,
made her the
Carl.
perfect person to care for
coming.
people, you know, to have that kind of care. But you know, it is emotionally taxing on the caregiver too. So to be able to have android nurses who, you know, that's not a person. They're not judging
I'm
you.
starving.
Well, your breakfast is ready. Bacon and eggs, just the way you like them.
Thank you, Marcus.
You're welcome.
You know, the benefit of that as well. So, you know, it's understandable that Carl sees it as progress because to him it is. To him it's like, this android allows me to remain independent, you know, to have dignity in my illness. In my, you know, as my body fails me, I'm... What do I do? Where do I go? I don't really know. Wait, do I go through there? Sorry, guys. There's just the one thing to do. So Carl is a big fan of androids, and I think the little smiley face on the cover. And I think it's a big fan of, it's easy to see why. I think, if I was in his position, and I had to be dependent on somebody for that kind of care, to have an android like, very, completely dependable, seems human, can have a conversation with you, makes time for you.
Thank you, Marcus. Television.
Tensions continue to rise in the Arctic since Russia declared the region part of its national territory. Several Russian warships have been
I think he knows how lucky he is,
and the Russian flag now flies over the ice.
So the country's at war, right? Is it?
Why don't you find something to
Territory
do while I
dispute?
finish my breakfast?
Sure. Okay, Carl.
The American ambassador again informed an emergency meeting of the UN that the United
So we have options here. I know we can definitely play the piano,
would not accept this annexation under any
but I think we only get to do one thing, so... Holy... something? Oh, is that the paints? That looks like that's the paints at the top. Or maybe not. Maybe that's a different box of paints. Read book. Oh, so we could read a book. That's one of the options.
Television off.
He's done. He's over it. He's
That
like...
kind of so depressing. Nothing but greed, stupidity, and violence. 5,000 years of civilization just to get to where we are.
Oh my god, I love that drinks tray. that like little drinks, like this thing here. Like, love that. Yeah, that's what I was saying in the last video. Like, what is it? What does it mean to be human? Is being human being fallible? Is being human being a warmonger? Is being human making emotional choices and greedy choices? Maybe androids are better than we are. And to see something that does logical choices as a threat is interesting as well, isn't it? Really. So we can read a book, play piano, or play chess. Well, I don't want to play chess against myself particularly. There's a lot of sort of aquarium stuff here. So I don't want to read a book, but let's have a look at this. The North Pole, why Russia wants it. Okay, let's have a look. Precious minerals trapped in the ice, many of which are used in synthesizing therium. So they're looking to make more robots because therium is like the blue blood, right? That's like the life source of the androids. So that's what they're wanting. To experiment in more advanced android models, enhancing their military and industrial output tremendously. So this is why there's this territory dispute, because obviously other countries might not want Russia to have that kind of resource. I'll let you pause and read that if you want to. I think that we've got what we need to know from that. Life found on Titan, or Titan. Evidence for alien life grows. So not only are people worried about androids, we're also worried about aliens. So then you get the argument of like, well, maybe we need androids so that we can find the aliens, because we can send the androids up into space. They don't need to breathe oxygen. President Warren to make state visit to United Kingdom. Please don't. NATO Security Council divided over Arctic disputes. The Darwin probe, which left exactly 19 years ago to probe the surface of Titan's methane ice, has just confirmed the presence of microorganisms living hundreds of kilometers below the surface. I wonder if this is like the next game, because I don't think we've had a game since, which I'm glad about, because it means that because this game was really successful, like what they could have done, which I think a lot of companies do because they're after the money, right? It's like, let's ride on the hype of that last game, let's get another one out quickly. But with the amount of depth and love that has clearly gone into Detroit Become Human, I'm hoping that they're busy, that studio's busy kind of, and the creators are busy kind of like putting the same level of complexity and interest and detail into whatever the next game is. And maybe it's going to be an alien game. in an ocean of salt water protected by a thick layer of ice. After similar microbial matter was found on somewhere else, another satellite of Saturn, it seems increasingly possible that there's life in the universe. A NASA spokesman responded to the story and said the latest in a series of pointers on life on other planets. Our Android expedition, there you go, to Io is one of the, and this is a brilliant thing as well, you know, the kind of funding that comes along with these projects, you know, so that they can make those scientific advances. Okay, cool, read that if you want. The director of humanization at CyberLife, interesting, says the company was committed to its partnership with NASA. Our spacefaring androids are specifically designed to function on long-range missions of this kind, and we're proud to have the models at the frontier of human exploration. Human exploration, so even they're talking about the androids as though the human, right? Humanization of androids. So again, this is another brilliant example of the positives and the pros of the androids. They, you know, instead of sending a human out into space on a really risky expedition, you can send a computer up there, you know, that can do all the things that a human can, but without the drawbacks of needing oxygen or like having loved ones that are worried about them, possibly. So yeah, I like reading these books. I think I get a lot from them. So yeah, you can play chess or read a book, but because I know Carl is an artist and he cares about creativity, I think I'm going with piano. Okay, sit down. I don't know if I'm going to do this well, by the way. I think you can control the speed, but it's beautiful. So my eldest was like, the notes he's playing, they're the real notes. Like that he's actually they've gone to that level of detail that he's literally playing the right notes for the music. Hopeful, intimate, enigmatic, melancholic, hopeful. I'm gonna fit the mood of the room because Carl seems a bit melancholic, so I'm gonna go with that. I think there's a lot of beauty in melancholy. Okay. I'm actually playing this, guys. I don't know if you know this. We'll leave it there. I like that you get to choose how fast you play it and where you leave it as well.
Something has changed in the way you play.
And gaining sentience,
Sometimes
maybe.
I think you have more humanity than most humans. One day I won't be here to take care of you anymore. You'll have to protect yourself and make your choices. Decide who you are and want to become. This world doesn't like those who are different, Marcus. Don't let anyone tell you who you should be.
Carl's actively
Let's
trying
finish
to make
together.
him human, more human. Like, Carl's actually... He's trying to make him break his own code, guys. I love him. Like, you've got more humanity than most humans. What a line. Let's take Carl to the studio. This game is going to ruin me. This is a very different experience as well, because again, I've been in... It really gets me, this game. And then... Even having watched so many people play it, it's not new to me. It's like watching your favourite movie for the 5th time, right? And finding more in it and more layers in it. And then to like, the difference between actually playing it myself. Wait, hang on, what am I doing here? Wait for instructions, take Carl to studio. Okay. I guess we're doing wheelies for a minute, Carl, until you decide what you want me to do. Oh, here we go. He's so grateful, look at his face. I mean, you could say he's senile, but I don't think he is. I think he's just at a point in his life where he's getting very sentimental, and he's an artist anyway, so...
Let's see where we left off. Remove the sheet.
Sorry. Remove the sheet! Release the flying monkeys! How do we remove the sheet? Okay, let's go. So yeah, like I say, he is an artist and he's creating this kind of masterpiece. I love him. Great character. Clean the studio. So that, and like, you know, that equipment that he's got as well is super cool. Anything else there? I got lost in my own little world there for a second. I was just thinking about, you know, in the way that Carl treats his android. Like, would you say thank you to a computer? Would you say thank you to a machine? You know, what's the difference between it looking human? I don't know, but Carl clearly sees the humanity in him. Even if it's just a projection, even if it's just Carl seeing what he wants to see. Because he is quite, you know, he's not really got much expression, has he? He's not giving a lot away, Marcus, even if he is thinking and feeling in there. He's got quite a neutral, grey man expression, you know? But like Carl knows. Carl knows. And you know, maybe you could say that Carl's just sentimental. You know, he's an old man at the end of his life. He's got too attached to a piece of equipment. You know, he's all nostalgic or whatever. Let me just in case. Oh, damn it. Carl, I'm busy. I wanted to look at more stuff. I wasn't done, Carl.
So, what's your verdict, Marcus?
Right here, a good android. I'm going to say I like it.
Yes, there is
A
something.
good
about it.
android would tell him what he wants to hear. He'd
Something I
analyse him
can't
and say, this is the response he
quite
wants from me.
define.
I do like it though, so I picked I like it.
Quite define. I guess I like it.
Gone a bit glitchy, guys, I'm
The
sorry.
truth is, I have nothing left to say anymore. Each day that goes by brings me closer to the end. I'm just an old man clinging to his brushes.
Carl.
Carl! Don't say that, Carl!
But enough about me. Let's see if you have any talent. Give it a try.
Who, me?
Try painting something.
I mean, he's going
Paint?
to, he's
What
been
would I-
told to.
Painting what?
Anything you want. Give it a try.
Come on, protege, let's see what you've got. I love it. Treating him like a son, right? And here comes the meme. If you remember them, if any of you've seen the meme, it's a good meme. Look around using the stick, find something to paint. So we can paint that statue, we can paint the desk. Can I paint Carl? We don't have many choices. It's the desk or the statue. The statue feels a bit obvious, right? He's an android with a human face. Bit obvious. I'm going to go with the desk because I think, you know, seeing the beauty in objects is more saying something more than painting, you know. Sorry guys, I didn't know which direction to go in. Oh my god, stop making me do it. Can you paint on his own, please? Let the AI take over. Marcus, take the wheel.
That is a perfect copy of reality.
We've disappointed Carl.
Painting is not about replicating the world. It's about interpreting, improving on it, showing something you see.
The patience and the explanation
Carl,
and the encouragement.
I think I can do that. It's not in my program.
Go on, go, try it. Grab that canvas.
Okay. We need to we're seeking Daddy's approval here, guys. Daddy issues, trigger warning.
Do something for me. Close your eyes.
Okay,
Close your eyes.
okay, close.
Trust me.
Okay. Oh. Immediately failed. Didn't even
Try to
close his
imagine
eyes.
something that doesn't exist, something you've never seen. Now concentrate on how it makes you feel. and let your hand drift across the canvas.
Being glitchy. See, he's thinking, glitching a little bit. Android's humanity, identity. Android's too obvious, right? He's seen them, he knows what they are. Humanity, I feel, is a good one. But identity is what I think this is trying to get from us, right? Like his own personal identity. Who is Marcus? Who is Marcus beyond his programming? Prisoner. His identity is trapped within the walls of his programming. That's what I'm going to go for. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. Like, I don't know. I think I've only ever seen him approve. But there's a potential for disapproval. Oh god, I'm so bad at quick times. Pay attention, Singularity. I like that it's making me quick time in a safe space though. You can see how slow I am though, guys. People are gonna die with me at the hands of this game. Like, not intentionally, just because I've got slow reaction times. Oh. Oh, that's a creepy one. Oh my god. That's the meme. So people post like really stupid things on the canvas and have him react like, oh my god.
Hey, Dad.
Here's Leo.
Leo,
The disappointing son. The son that
I
can't
didn't hear
pay.
you come in.
Oh, I was in the neighborhood. I thought I'd stop by.
Sleazy.
It's been a while, right?
You all right? You don't look so good.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Hey, listen, I need some cash, Dad.
Again? What happened to the money I just gave you?
Well, it just goes, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you're on it again, aren't you?
No, I swear it's not that.
No, don't lie to me, Leo.
What difference does it make? I just need some cash, that's all.
Sorry. The answer's no.
You tell him, Carl.
You know why.
Kind of hot when he says that.
Yeah, I think I do know why. you'd rather take care of
Projecting,
your plastic
projecting.
toy here than your own son, right? Tell me, Dad, what's he got that I don't?
Projecting
Smarter?
his insecurities.
More obedient, not like me, right? But you know what? This thing is not your son. It's a fucking machine!
Leo, that's enough. Enough.
When he got pushed, he went red.
You don't care about anything except yourself and your goddamn paintings. You've never loved anyone. You never loved me, Dad. You never loved me.
Again, insecurities are the root of all evil. What I was saying about Todd, right? That self-hatred, the insecurities. Oh, look, he's not well. Like, Leo's clearly not a good person, but the thing with Leo is at least he has the one advantage that Todd doesn't, and that's the wealth. You know, he has the access to the money through his father to get the therapy, you know, to start his own business. And clearly Carl has, up to this point, been indulging him and giving him money. And then he's finally kind of realizing that Leo's not taking that accountability. So again, I see Leo as kind of worse than Hank in a way, because they have a lot of the same core. Not Hank, sorry. Not Hank. We'll get to Hank. We stand Hank. Sorry, I'm going to call people the wrong names. It's just, again, I've got bad wiring. Like, bad memory system, faulty, things are hooked up wrong in there. Not Hank, sorry, Todd. So Todd has a lot of the same, Todd and Leo have a lot of the same core things going on, right? They're having an emotional reaction. They're both addicted to substances, I think. They're both projecting their issues onto the androids. They're both like finding it hard to take responsibility for their actions and all these different things. There's so many parallels with Leo and Todd, but Todd is a single father who's clearly gone through, who has, it looks like he's tried, right? He's tried to get a job, and Leo's probably tried as well, But, you know, he's facing a different group of people. He's facing different expectations, perhaps. But yeah, Leo has the money. And this just shows, you know, money doesn't solve your problems. Money isn't the answer to everything. You know, therapy, I think, would help. Drug counseling. But again, maybe he's, you know, maybe he's not taken those things seriously. Maybe he's tried them. Maybe he's not tried them. We don't know. But yeah, Leo's, yeah, he's got some issues he needs to deal with that he's not dealing with in the best way. Right, how long have I been recording for and how much time do I have left? I think I've got enough time for one more. Let's go. Because that was quite a short one. We're back with Connor. I think we might meet Hank, guys. Hank and Connor's relationship is everything to me. Like, getting Hank's approval is one of my main objectives in this game. I love him. Like the character as well. Clancy, is he called Clancy Brown? Brilliant. Really, really good. Like perfect casting for this. Guess androids aren't too popular here, right? Lieutenant Anderson. Right trigger. Sorry, I don't know my left from my right, guys. Right, let's have a look at this guy. I assume this isn't face turned away. I can't figure out if it's him or not. There's this guy, but he's the bartender, so he's not going to be him, is he? I mean, I know who he is. I know what he looks like. Business owner. He has not got a criminal record. Good. I mean, I guess if the police are going in there, that's a good thing. Who's this guy here? Oh, Edward Dempsey. No criminal record. He's an administrator. So again, this is something that people believe is something that's happening already, like spyware, especially kind of like government spyware, to be able to have everybody's faces on file. So you know how, I don't know if any of you watched that Shane Dawson video recently where he's talking about like facial recognition on your phone. You know, you unlock your phone just by looking at it, you know. So it has a scan of your face, and it has a continual scan of your face because as you age, as you grow a beard, it keeps scanning your face, so it knows what you look like with different disguises, right? And then this is on file, and does the government have access to this? And then with CCTV everywhere, right? All cameras everywhere in public places. You know, if you were a criminal, if they were looking for you, maybe they are scanning you. Maybe even if you've done nothing wrong, you're just out shopping, maybe it's scanning you and checking you against their database and their file. So again, these kind of like modern fears are in this game, and this guy's just doing it like super easily.
Shit, I thought androids weren't allowed.
And let's turn around this way.
No problem.
I mean, that's him there behind me. I just want to kind of like look at everybody, see what it says about people. Again, who's got access to this? Are people just being nosy? Unemployed. There you go. Unemployment is high, so no surprises there, right? Christopher, unemployed. He's got a DUI. Maybe you shouldn't be in the bar then, mate. Judge face over here. He's questioning your life choices. No, people are allowed to drink. Let's have a look at this guy. I just want to kind of like look at everybody. Kim, delivery driver, but currently unemployed. Domestic abuse. Sir, you don't want to be another Todd. Behave yourself. Let's bump into him. Let's bother him. Behave, sir. Just kind of like see everybody. So we can go in there as well. Like, so I do know that guy at the bar that I've not looked at yet. That's Hank. Accountant, unemployed, narcotic supplier. Sir, this is a bar where police drink. Like what? Oh, apparently I'm going in here first. I didn't mean to actually do that. Anything else in here? Like the environment as well. It's just such like a visually rich game. It's like, am I human? Check your reflection to find not alone. Can't remember the song. We want jobs. 30-something unemployment. When will it stop? So yeah, definitely can understand why. Can understand why people are not impressed by the androids. Let me just go here as well. Might change my perspective a little bit. Some of the camera angles are a bit, could be better. Chris, unemployed, no criminal record. Keep it that way, sir. American football. What else have we got here? Just general bar clutter. Teddy bear. Very cute. I think that's everything I can look at. Aside from the man, the myth, the legend. Lieutenant Hank Anderson. Looking a little bit scruffier right now. Looking a little bit like he's fallen on hard times, right? Maybe he's dealing with some issues. Police lieutenant, no criminal record.
Get out of here.
So here we go. Oh my god, the glitches, the glitches. I'm sorry, everybody.
Lieutenant Anderson, my name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife. I looked for you at the station, but nobody knew where you were. They said you were probably having a drink nearby.
Hopefully
I
it's
was lucky to find you at the 5th bar.
There you go.
What do you
Fifth
want?
bar.
You were assigned a case early this evening. A homicide involving a CyberLife android. In accordance with procedure, the company has allocated a specialized model to assist investigators.
Well, I don't need any assistance. Especially not from a plastic asshole like you.
Love
Just
him.
be a good little robot and get the fuck out of here.
Persist.
I'm sorry, Lieutenant, but I must insist. My instructions stipulate that I have to accompany you.
You know where you can stick your instructions?
Chuckling to himself.
Where?
He doesn't know.
Never mind.
Oh no, Hank's disapproval. Understanding.
I understand that some people are not comfortable in the presence of androids, but
I am perfectly comfortable. Now back off before I crush you like an empty beer can.
He'll warm up to us, guys. Spill his drink. Spill his drink. He'll like that.
I think we can go now.
His face.
Prick. I don't know what's stopping me from knocking you out.
Your sense of duty, Lieutenant, and the cost of repairs if you damage me.
He's gonna love us.
For
I
your
swear.
information, I'm worth a small fortune.
For your information, I'm worth a small fortune.
Technology. Looking for program assholes these days. Gotta go. Duty calls.
Again, love their relationship. He's so great. He's so like classic cop that's gone off the rails. You know, he's got a backstory too. Not dealing with it well, drinking a bit too much, lost his faith in life. You know. Brilliant character. Rumble time. Oh, it stops when I bring it close to you. The
You
rumbles
wait
are just
here.
funny.
I won't be long.
He tells us to wait here.
Whatever you say, Lieutenant.
Fucking A, whatever his name.
Oh, he likes us. Inflicting orders, selecting priority. Follow Lieutenant Anderson! He was such a pest to him. Immediately follows him.
Can you confirm that this is a homicide?
Oh, I love it. Don't worry, he's gonna love us. He's gonna absolutely love us. Like, let's have a quick scan. Like, again, environmental. That beep outside. Environmental, like the atmosphere, the rain, the darkness, the lights, all the people watching, all the people like lollygagging. Is that what it's called? It's beautiful. It's such a beautiful game. So, police line do not cross. Can we cross it?
Androids are not permitted beyond this point.
I'm special.
It's with me.
Thanks.
Part of staying in the car, didn't you understand?
Your order contradicted my instructions, Lieutenant.
You don't talk, you don't touch anything, and you stay out of my way. Got it?
Got it.
Sure.
Hank, we were starting to think you weren't gonna show.
Yeah, that was the plan until this asshole found me.
So,
Old boy energy.
yourself an android, huh?
Oh, very funny. Just tell me what happened.
You ever call around 8 from the landlord? Tell him hadn't paid his rent for a few months, so he thought he'd drop by.
In here. Sorry to interrupt you. Call from landlord, not paid his rent.
That's 20 pounds a body.
Right. Okay, trigger warning. Violence. Murder. Body details. This is grim. This is grim, and it's yeah. It's a bit much for me, to be honest, but again, it's such a good game.
Kind of a loner. Stayed inside most of the time. They hardly ever saw him.
Well, stayed easy. Wasn't worth calling everybody out in the middle of the night. Could have waited till morning.
I'd say he's been there for a good 3 weeks. We'll know more when the coroner gets here. There's a kitchen knife over here. Probably the murder weapon.
Any sign of a break-in?
Nope. The landlord said the front door was locked from the inside. All the windows were boarded up. The killer must have gone out the back way.
What do we know about his android?
Not much. The neighbors confirmed he had one, but it wasn't here when we arrived. I gotta get some air. Make yourself at home, I'll be outside if you need me.
Grim. So, time to impress Daddy. Let's see what we've got here. Let's have a look over there. So we know the deal here, right? We've done this kind of like reconstruction thing before. I need to keep an eye on the time, guys. I actually do need to do a quick job at some point. So red ice again. See, I told you it's the norm in certain areas,
is this
right?
written in the victim's blood?
I would say so. We're taking samples for analysis.
Oh, sorry. Look at this bit here.
Red ice. Seems our friend Carlos liked to party. Oh, Jesus, what the hell are you doing?
I'm analyzing the blood. I can check samples in real time. I'm sorry. I should have warned you.
Okay, just don't put any more evidence in your mouth. You got it?
Got it.
Just don't put any more.
Fucking hell, I can't believe this shit.
It's so funny. Okay, so analyze it is his blood on the weapon. Okay, got it. Again, how useful to have an android that can analyze like that. Like, I bet a lot of police officers would actually love that. You know, rather than having to go to the lab and go through the thing. No fingerprints. It was an android, I guess. Right, what else have we got here? So there's stuff over
Chris,
there
I want
as
full
well.
analysis on the narcotics.
Wait, hang on.
Consider it done, Lieutenant.
I can come back to that. Wait. Oh no, I don't
Mike,
see what that
you
was.
finished
Did you
taking
guys
samples
see?
then?
My finger slipped.
Yeah, that's it.
Excuse me, sir. Oh, why am I so bad at this? Again, camera angles a little bit. Eden Club, come visit us. And this is the thing as well. Look at how beautiful these androids are, and look at the clientele. Like, you can see why these men are going to these places. Is what I can say. All these people. It's when you go there, you can see it's not a gendered thing necessarily. Let's change the view. So there's more in there as well that we need to investigate. Let's go through. Oh, can you imagine though, like investigating these places in real life? So we know he's moved from the kitchen because his blood's on the wall there. So he was injured in the kitchen. Hang on, let me. Oh no, I didn't want you to turn around, sir. I wanted you to flip your camera angle. That's it. So there's something here as well. Shoe print less than 60 minutes ago.
Door was locked from the
So
inside.
that was one of the police officers.
Killer must have gone out this way.
There are no footprints apart from Officer Collins' size 10 shoes.
Well, this happened weeks ago. Tracks could have faded.
No, this type of soil would retain a trace. Nobody's been out here for a long time.
He's like, oh, maybe this robot can be useful. He's telling me stuff I didn't know. Again, this gets very, very graphic. If that's gonna disturb you, like, I'm giving you a big warning, a big heads up now. More Eden Club. This guy liked his sex bots. Android, I love this, okay? Pay attention. This small detail. Android sex officially better. Sorry ladies, but plastic can't be beat. Let's have a little read of this. Let's see what it says about this. So the results of our survey are in, and it's official. 68%, it's a shame they didn't do 69, of men prefer sex with an android to a real woman. And with 52% of men saying that they've tried the experience at least once, that's a lot of android love to go around. So what they're doing now is, this is a promotional advert, right? They're advertising the Eden Club, and they're saying, hey, every other guy's doing it. Every other guy's doing it, and they say it's better. Why aren't you doing it? That's the pitch they're making. But who's the survey by? Who's the survey by? This story was sponsored by the Eden Club. Discretion is our middle name. There are a few reasons given for this preference, but we think we know the real reason. Androids don't want to talk about their feelings afterwards, so it's also derogatory. Not nice, right? And this is what this guy's reading. So it's creating this interesting thing. So on the one hand, these men, often men, not always men, right, are finding that, you know, their jobs are being taken away. They're finding it harder and harder to provide for their families. You know, their partners are leaving them. They're taking the kids in some cases. And, you know, at the same time as hating the androids for ruining their lives, they're also at the same time being sold the androids. The androids can satisfy your needs. The androids can give you love where you're not being given love. The androids will have sex with you where you're not getting it elsewhere. So they've got this love-hate thing going on inside them, which is actually, you see later in the game, it's actually causing some very, very vile behaviours, especially towards the androids working in the sex industry. And then this, in the same breath, right, in the same breath selling them to them, is your android spying on you. What, you want to go and have woohoo with one of these, you know? And at the same time, what are they doing? Collecting your DNA, like, I don't know, reporting to the government on your kinks. So there's a lot of paranoia about the androids at the same time as it being something that's tempting, which is gonna mess them up, especially when they're all on red ice. So yeah, interesting, conflicting, the media is conflicting, like the narrative around the androids that these people are consuming is conflicting. So yeah, CyberLife is recording details of private conversations of its customers and selling them to training partners. And again, this idea of like tapping in, is your phone spying on you? Are your Furbies spying on you? Are your kids' toys spying on you? You know, probably, to be honest, probably. We all assume that that's what's happening, I think, in this day and age. The spate of reports linking Warren's presidency to CyberLife, again, there you go. So the president and CyberLife are like that. Only deepens such concerns. So it seems like the president's more interested in making some money, financial details, right, for his own pocket, saying that the economy is good when the real life experience of people is not reflective of that. So where's the money going? Several consumer rights organisations have requested that CyberLife disclose the information it gathers and who it sells that information to, but the company has always refused. Requests for a formal inquiry have gone unanswered so far. Well, the president's not going to be wanting that either, is he, really, if he's got stuff to hide. What else do we have here? So, kitchen knife missing. So we know where the murder weapon was taken from. Let's have a look at this thing here. Oh, wait. Not sure what that was about. Are you gonna lick it? Are you gonna lick it, Connor? Sorry, just checking the time again. Okay, clues to analyze. So we can move around, remember? So we've got something here. So this wasn't the android. this was this matches Carlos. So Carlos was either trying to defend himself or he was the aggressor. Violent impact, traces of therium. So the evidence confirms that the human held the weapon and hit the android because the therium's on it, which is android blood. So we can reconstruct now. Again, this is graphic, guys. So how do I do this again? Left trigger. Deviant took a knife to defend himself, it looks like, right? Which is not the right thing to do, but we'll find out a little bit more information about that later. Deviant was attacked, emotional shock. Emotional damage! So there we go, that's what happened. I'm not going to run that through again, because again, it is a little bit graphic.
Come on, guys, get a move on. We don't want to be here all night.
He's got pictures of women all over his fridge as well, did you see that? Seedy guy, but maybe a needy guy. Examine it, review evidence, 7 out of 10. So we've got more evidence to find. What's in here?
Weird in the bathroom. Did you take a look?
So there's some more stuff over there that we've not looked at yet. Come on, Connor, you can do it. Again, this is very gross. Sorry, guys. It's a bit grim. So he's been taking the red eyes. So again, is the president necessarily dealing with the problems in society? Where is the supply of this coming from? And again, just very realistic that people do turn to substances because the pain of what they're going through is so much that it's, you know, it's easier for them to just be numb. I'm not saying that's a good thing, I'm saying it's a human thing. And again, if he sees the android as a piece of equipment, this guy might not have hit anyone in real life. He's like, hey, it's an android, you know? It's, again, it depends on, I guess, whether you see them as a piece of property, you know? Would you beat up a car? Would you beat up an android? You wouldn't download a movie. You wouldn't hit an android. It came from the kitchen. So the human attacked the android in the kitchen. The android defended himself and kind of didn't stop perhaps when it was appropriate.
He was stabbed 28 times.
28 stab wounds!
Seems like the killer really had it in for him.
So again, the killer had it in for him. Was he subjected to abuse over a long time? You know, and he finally snapped. It seems that way, right? I am alive. You know, treat me with some dignity, treat me with some respect. Okay, so I think that's mission complete. Review evidence. So it does look like we've missed something. Anything in here? Okay. What have I missed? I've missed something. Report to Lieutenant Anderson. Oh, wait. Oh, there's Lieutenant Anderson. I've missed something though. I think I've got what I needed. I don't know. I think.
Lieutenant, I think I figured out what happened.
Oh, yeah? Shoot, I'm all ears.
It all started
In the kitchen.
in the
We
kitchen.
didn't go in the bathroom. Damn.
There are obvious signs of a struggle. Question is, what exactly happened here?
I want to go back.
I
I want
think
to
the
go back.
victim attacked the android with the bat.
He's like so proud of himself with the bat.
Lines up with the evidence. Go on.
Like Hank already knows all of this. But he's enjoying it. He's like actually entertained. You can see it on his face. The
The
android,
android stabbed the victim.
So the android was trying to defend itself, right? Okay, then what
So
happened?
close.
The victim fled to
Not the garden, the living room, the living room? Living room.
the living room.
Because that's where he died, right? God, I'm not good at this. Again, I don't work well under pressure. Oh, calm down, android. It's too much. It's too much.
Maybe he tried to get away from the android. Alright, that makes sense.
The android murdered the victim
With the knife.
with the knife.
Okay. Your theory's not totally ridiculous. But it doesn't tell us where the android
You can understand
went.
why people are scared of them.
It was damaged by the bat and lost some therium.
Lost some what?
Therium. You call it blue blood. It's the fluid that powers androids' biocomponents. It evaporates after a few hours and becomes invisible to the naked eye.
Oh. But I bet you can still see it, can't you?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Right trigger scan. Here we go. So he went this way. Oh, if I can, excuse me, sir. Oh, can I change? There we go. This way? I want to go to the bathroom. Can I still go to the bathroom, or is that locked now? Is this the bathroom? Where's the bathroom? I need the bathroom. Can someone tell me where the bathroom is, please? Oh. Wait, well that's... Wait, I want to go to the bathroom. Somebody let me go to the bathroom. There's something I need to find. Oh, is this it? Here we go. Okay. Okay, we didn't miss it. Don't worry, I'm not going to clean the toilet this time. It's an important piece of evidence that we need to find. RA9! RA9, RA9, RA9. And the statue made of poo! I don't know what it's made of. I don't think it ever says. But it looks like a poop statue. Poop statue offering to RA9. Don't lick your fingers, don't lick your fingers, don't lick your fingers. Okay, we're good. Okay, so it looks like he went this way. A ladder was used. Why would a ladder be used, guys? Because he's in the scary attic. Of course he is. Of course he's hiding in the attic. Find something to climb. I don't know, the ladder. I actually tried to do that when I was playing. Jump scare. Oh, so the ladder's not there. Oh, I thought the ladder was still there. Right, what can I climb on? Chair in the kitchen. Right, go. Can I have that one? Up there. Can I? There. Come this way. Connor. 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 Again, that's one criticism that I have. The camera angles can be a bit wonky.
I'm going to check something.
He's just tampering with the evidence.
I'm gonna check something.
Doesn't tell anyone what he's doing. Again, I guess you can be fearless when you're just a robot, right, doing your job. He's got no concern for his own safety, you know? climbs right up there. Doesn't ask for backup. Just like, I've got this. So this shadow, I have something to say about this. Search the attic. Come on, Connor. Get up. Look for, what does that say? Look for what? Look for deviant. So clearly this is just a jump scare shadow. But what's making the shadow? It might just be a mannequin, like a closed mannequin, but I wonder if that's one of those like punching robots. You know, like teaches you boxing. You know, it's got like hit points on it. It makes a noise when you hit them. In which case, maybe he did like to take his aggression out on human-looking objects. That guy. Anything else in here? So the blue blood goes around that way. Okay, again, scary moment, guys. Why he doesn't just talk? Why he's not just like, hey, I know you're scared. I've come to talk to you. I'm here to help. You know, like he did with the guy on the roof. He has to go up there and creep around. It's like, who's the scary one here, Connor? So it looks like he's been like lying around up there, perhaps. Maybe that's where he sleeps. Fucking creepy. Woo! No quick times, no quick times. I found him! Like, what was he doing up there? Just running around like a squirrel.
He was gonna kill me.
Again, brilliant acting, brilliant performances.
Don't tell him.
Because this again is like actors do it, right? They model the people off the actors.
It's here, Lieutenant!
Connor.
Oh, shit.
Betraying
Chris,
your own guy.
Get your ass
Just like
in here
doesn't even
now.
think twice. He's like, found him. I did my job.
Come on.
Go get a gold star, daddy. Sorry, mate. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I threw you under the bus like that. There we go. I think we got a good outcome of that. I'm happy with that. I think we've impressed Daddy with our detective skills. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Like I say, I do actually have to rush off. So I hope you're enjoying. And again, looking at like why are robots replacing the workforce? You know, just like how Carl loves his robot nurse. You know, you can see why every police squad would actually find it quite beneficial to have one of these robots on the scene. But then are they going to take the detectives' jobs? Because you saw how efficiently Connor did all that. You know, like what jobs is he doing? He's doing the job of the forensics team, you know, being able to analyze on the spot. What he's doing, you know, he's reconstructing the crime scene in his head. You know, he's got the detective skills. He doesn't even have to check people on a database. It's like all in his head immediately. He can just scan the face, knows their entire information. You know, it's all there, like so easy for him to walk in and just do all that, you know. And if you think about it as well, of a lot of the criticisms that the police force face is bias, you know, bias against, you know, perhaps because of their own personal experience with certain demographics, or, you know, people with certain dependencies on like drugs and alcohol. You know, police, which again is a very, very human thing to do. It's not something that we should do, but it's a very human thing to do to start to see everybody as the same, right? It's like, well, my experience of this tells me that this person's going to be the same as all those other people, which again is a human thing to do that we do need to question ourselves about. But then, of course, I'm not saying that racism, for example, in the police force is a good thing. Obviously it's not. That's a big issue. And this is exactly what I'm saying, because an android, you know, depending on how it's programmed, if it's programmed to be unbiased, you know, and it's just going off literal facts, then, you know, that rules out that kind of like that flaw in the police service where, you know, there's countless stories of the wrong person being arrested, the wrong person being put in jail, the wrong people going on like death row, you know, for crimes they didn't commit, where they found more evidence later with better techniques that said, hey, this person's definitely innocent. But again, what the flaw is, and this is why probably they would need like a human android team, is the android doesn't fully understand human motivation. They only know what they've been programmed, where a human can, with the empathy and with their own knowledge of how they would react to a situation, can understand the kind of chaos factor of humans better. Where a robot is like, that doesn't make sense, a human might be like, it makes perfect sense because, you know, this is the emotional motivation of this. So again, a lot of interesting questions about how the androids are fitting in, and where their limits are and where the humans' limits are, and is there an opportunity for them to kind of join forces and to have that kind of I don't know. I like the idea of like, you can't argue with the evidence. You know, the evidence is the evidence. This is this person's blood. You know, it can't be. But again, then you have the question of like, okay, so maybe you can't tamper with the evidence. The evidence is with the evidence, but you can tamper with the robot. You can hack the robot. You can wipe the memory. You know, if somebody wanted to cover something up. So, guys, it's interesting, isn't it? Oh, you could just program it. You could program the computer to be like, yeah, it's that guy, just because somebody had a dislike of that guy, and maybe they were innocent. But you know, if you've got everybody saying, well, the android's never wrong, the evidence is the evidence, is an android's witness statement enough? This is what I mean, the complexity and the questions that come out of this game it's a gift that keeps on giving for me, honestly. Right, I hope you're enjoying. Do stick around. I will try and get these videos up quite regularly. Again, I'm assuming I'm not going to get a huge amount of views, but it's such an on-trend topical game that I just thought it was worth kind of coming back to and kind of like looking at it like with a 5 years later lens, because it's a 5-year-old game. Anyway, take care of yourselves. Say thank you to your androids, to your AI. Say cheers Siri every now and again, you know, give her a pat on the back. And I will see you again soon. Bye, friends.